Marcus Rashford. Oh, glorious! That is a special one.
Boom, bam, bam. President Chad on the inside. Welcome to the United Hour. In the house with me, we got the man Courtney. Bradley, and CJ in the house. A lot of stuff going on. The man Weghurst is here. I mean, he is here. I know people in see him here, but trust me, here. If you go on fantasy football, you could buy him. Once you reach fantasy football, you are here. You can't be more here than that, right? So he's here. We also have to talk about the Manchester derby. Have to talk about that. That is a must. But we are going to start off the day talking about the man Ten Hag and is Manchester United's first trophy of the season loading. So let's talk about it a little bit. United are through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup or the EFL Cup, whatever you want to call it. Don't really matter, same cup. We will be playing Nottingham Forest. Why 2 legs in a semi-final? I have no idea. Why 2 legs in this competition at all? I have no idea. I mean, the FA Cup stopped. No, this particular cup stopped extra time, right? Right. If you go straight to penalties in the EFL Cup because of the World Cup, right? I don't know. They could have cut off one of the semi-finals too, but it is what it is. Manchester United had to play 2 semi-finals against Nottingham Forest. The first one is going to be on January the 23rd. The second leg is going to be on January the 30th. The first one we're playing at Forest. The second one we'll be playing at Old Trafford. On the other side of the draw, you have Southampton, who beat Manchester City, playing Newcastle. So, talk to me, guys. We know that Ten Hag has played. He has gone into every game saying, we need to win every game. Every time he's been asked about it, he said Manchester United needs to be going for trophies. This is clearly this is an opportunity for us to get some silverware under Ten Hag. His opportunity to get some silverware. Nottingham Forest on their best day are not the hardest opposition. The number 1 goalkeeper is going to have to sit it out because he's on loan from us, and that's Henderson. Talk to me. How you guys feeling? Bradley, start it off. Talk to me.
Oh gosh, I'm so relieved that Southampton did us that beautiful favor. I don't know how it happened. I'm not questioning what happened and watch the game, but we have Nottingham Forest in the semis. It's not over. I don't want to watch it like they are walkover sides, but oh God, boy, we need a trophy in our cabinet. It's been a while. It's
5 years, 5 years and counting.
Jesus Christ, we need to break that down. I'm looking forward for us lifting our trophies.
Devin is saying Jar Felix boo man boy. Anybody who don't know, Chelsea just lost again to Fulham in the Premier League. It has been 9 games without a win. 9 games with 1 win in the Premier League for Chelsea. This is their second stint under Potter on a 3-game losing streak. Second stint, 3-game losing streak. So Chelsea just lost 2-1 to Fulham, and Joao Felix got a straight red for a really bad tackle. It was a deserved straight red. There's no question on his debut. So he looked very dangerous in the first half. He took an early shower in the second half, and that is how it's been for Joao this on his debut. CJ, how would you bet the house, the land, and the car on United winning that trophy, boy? Talk to me. How confident are you that Ten Hag can do it?
I mean, personally, I ain't get paid yet, and I don't really own none of them things. So, no, can't.
All right. The paycheck, the salary. You're betting the paycheck that we get.
See paycheck, boy. You want me to run like Jao Felix run out today? Boy? Nah, let me.
So we're telling me, CJ, we're telling
I'll
me.
give-
You're not that
I'll give-
confident. Talk to me.
I'll give you $10. Give you $10.
Nah, CJ,
Nah,
I betting
CJ.
more than that, man.
No, it's
Nah.
not that. No, it's not that. It's that I don't believe in United. It's just that the economy real set up.
CJ, no. There's
No,
way.
man.
We
Fellas,
can't take that.
Montano
CJ. We
can't
can't
pay
take
That
it.
boy
that.
CJ boy, the badge boy, you can't bet more than that.
$10, boy, CJ, boy.
Dan, Marsha Montano tickets done. How to go over? Let me do that.
Boy.
All right, if it's anything, yes, I would. I could bet my money that we going to get a little trophy because me personally, I didn't understand how I feel. You see when I see City out, everything in me just break down because I tell myself, Dan, I go and stop hearing when last United win something. No, dog. That it. I was like, Dan, if it was under Ole, I would have just be like, another day, boy. It's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday, fellas. All right. But
Vin, Penny beginning up on the chat there.
yeah, man.
Penny, how are you, darling? How are you? Long time.
Yeah. but me
I was
personally,
CJ, man, I can bet more than that, man. I can bet
Alright.
more than that.
okay, like a case of Shandy or something. I know, man.
Moving on from CJ. CJ, I don't trust him man already, and he's still looking to get flush again.
Come down.
So, talk to me, Courtney. What, on a scale of 1 to 10, talk to me. How much you feel Ten Hag have his hands on that Carabao Cup trophy? Talk to me.
I would give him a solid 6. Yeah.
Going on the toilet, boy. You know these fellas win, boy.
Man, we had
Why-
it's trust issues.
No, it's not even a trust issue. I understand the dynamics that is knockout football, right? Unfortunately for us, it's one of those things where football is played on the day. We may have the better team on paper, and all around being better form, but we saw it happen to City yesterday. City just had a bad day and they was out. So I am cautiously optimistic. The fanboy in me would want to, get a solid 10, but the realist in me will cautiously say 6 and reevaluate as the game goes on.
It's like
Let me talk to some of the people in the chat. Penny, is Courtney. Welcome to Penny. You had to jump out yourself and come to our viewing party, and you'll meet Courtney in real. So you could tell Courtney hello directly. But talk to me in the chat, in the comments. Let me know what on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely, how much of a hand does Eric Ten Hag have on this trophy? So let's progress the conversation to those games, to that double header. Do you expect Ten Hag to play as much of a rotated side, or do you think he is going for this trophy? Talk to me.
It depends on how we look in the league.
Well, by the time we reach to that game, by the time the 23rd, right, we would have played City. We would have played Arsenal. And I think, let me just confirm exactly
maybe a Europa game, maybe.
Nah, I think our Europa will start back till February.
Yeah, so we'll be safe for that. So we would have played City and Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ten Hag is going to go all out. The opportunity, when you see the opportunity for silverware, so close. Right, so right after Arsenal, we play Arsenal on the 22nd. And then we had to play Nottingham Forest on the 24th. So 2 days after the Arsenal game. That is not a quick turnaround time. That is not a lot of rest.
Right, so, and that would factor into the squad that he plays. So more than likely, he may have to play a rotated squad.
And then 2 days after that, we play Reading. So we have Arsenal on
Reading
the
in the what,
22nd
FA Cup?
in
in
the
the
FA
FA
Cup.
Cup. So we have Arsenal on the 22nd. Then we have the EFL Cup. We play Nottingham Forest on the 24th. And on the 26th, we play in Reading. And on the 31st, we playing at home. I mean, all we really need is a draw. In that first leg, all we need is a draw. We don't need to finish the business. We could finish the business at home.
I like that word cautiously optimistic. Why feeling a little more confident? I think we have an 8 out of 10 chance of lifting a trophy, man. I watched us against the Everton game. Now we look sharp. We didn't even play the full side at first, and we played a little more grit. We brought in Casemiro, brought in Rash, we brought in this boy for his debut, just to finesse it over. I think we could do the same. We have enough quality on the bench. We have the Fred and McTominay CDM duo. It's not a bad duo under Ten Hag. I think we could get it. We could get the win, man. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
Penny and Nigel both agree with you. Both of them are saying 8 out of 10. Let me read this comment from Penny here. She's saying, I want Ten Hag to come out with all guns blazing. It would be nice to win a trophy. It would build the players' confidence. I totally agree, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Martin Phillip is saying, I think Ten Hag is going to go for that trophy. And any other he can get. So, Martin believes we're running after everything. Barcelona, watch out. We come in, guns blazing. Devin is saying you all love my cautiously optimistic mindset. Devin Robinoff and Ole, yes. Devin Robinoff and CJ and Courtney. I don't understand this.
I know.
Cautiously optimistic.
I kind of treat it just like a DC movie. I don't know what I'm going for, but I'll see. I'll wait and see.
I hear that. I
can respect that.
I hear that. So let's transition and talk about the derby, because that is what is coming up on the weekend. Manchester United versus Spurs. Big game on the weekend. The battle of the ball heads. Ten Hag versus Pep. You know what I'm saying?
I like that one.
Yes, the battle of the ball heads. It's the battle of the ball heads. So, let me just read some comments and then we're gonna come on there. CJ, come on now, man. He deserved that flush. Yes, he does, Shavada. Yes, he does. Yes, he did, I should say. Devin is saying right now United are minus 170 in the odds to win the Carabao Cup. The only team remaining in the competition with a negative odds, heavy favorites now to lift the trophy. And I agree. I totally agree. We should be heavy favorites to lift the trophy. The bookies, fellas, the bookies know what time it is. You understand? They know what time it is. So, Manchester United on form. We haven't lost in the Premier League in a while. Manchester City, a little wobbly. They demolished Chelsea recently, but in the league, they only beat Chelsea 1-0, and then before that, they lost. They lost to Everton 1-0, or they drew? Did they win or lose that game? Draw or lose that game?
Draw.
They draw.
Yeah.
Right, they draw 1-0. They draw 1-0 with Everton. So they've been looking a little up and down. Talk to me, gentlemen. I'm frightened to ask all you how you're feeling, boy. Gosh, let me go to Bradley first. Let me just read this comment from Martin first. Gentlemen, if you are a manager that have to use players, first team players, in the second half of a game, then why don't you use them in the first half? Well, I don't know if it's asking us about Pep mindset in his last game, because he did bring on De Bruyne and Haaland and these guys to try to put the game away. It didn't work. Manchester United did bring on Rashford in the Carabao Cup, and Casemiro, but really and truly, that was more to see how the game than to put it away. We were leading. So I don't know know exactly where that question, the direction of that question. But talk to Marvin. Manchester United, the first time we played City earlier this year, we got demolished. The scoreline didn't look that bad, 6-3. But for all of us that watched the game, we were demolished. Right? City put their foot on and off the gas whenever they choose. Right? That's how the game went. So talk to me. But there's a different United. That game you were coming off a forced break, the Queen passing. We didn't play in a little while. You know, the team was still gelling, was still early in the season. This time around, we inform Ten Hag is getting a tune out of these players.
Yeah.
Talk to me. What was your feeling about the game on the weekend?
I honestly, that is a game I'm very cautious about because I don't even know if I'm optimistic at all because I don't know how to approach it, and that's where I want to see coaching, good tactics. Because I don't know if to approach it like how Newcastle played their first game against City, guns blazing, St. Maximin running hard down the wing, full attack, and they got a really good result. It ended 3-all for Newcastle. I don't know if to go like that or park the bus. I don't think. I don't know what to do. If I was in Ten Hag shoes,
When you say part the bus, you mean play counter-attacking football, the way Ole
yeah,
used to
because
do.
that worked out very well against Arsenal in the 3-1 win. We played that and then we hit them some counter-attacking goals. Um, City is such a dangerous side on the wings. I don't know if to start with Luke Shaw. Last time Malacia started, he was bullied in that game. He couldn't see his way with Foden. We had to play a strong defensive game. I'm glad we have Martinez now. We have Casemiro, some grit in the midfield. But I'm not seeing a win. At best a draw. If you win that game, I'll be very impressed. The Carabao Cup wouldn't even be an issue at that point. But City coming, they just love to play us. They come in hard. There's so much to
You
play for.
know, CJ, one of the challenges I have with City, you'll watch City and it clearly with anybody who have eyes, we'll say City is on a bad runner form. Right? City is on a bad runner form. But the one thing we know about Manchester City is they always live the game to play us. City don't ever play us and they look slow, they look off. Never. We don't ever be so fortunate. I was watching that game against Everton and I was thinking, but why City don't play us like this, boy? Why they don't play us like that? They could come they could come to United and play football like that. But it don't ever happen. So we know City going to be on it. So the question is, has Ten Hag done enough for this team, in your opinion, to be genuinely competitive against City on bright and early Saturday morning? It is a midday game in the UK, but we are in Trinidad and Tobago, 8:30 in the morning.
I mean, why not? Because if you watch it in our way, doesn't I feel like how we play at home as well, our home form is really good. When you have the confidence of home form and also you're unbeaten, you can do something different. Because I really do feel that Eric is watching his games. He's watching the last game and he told himself, I learned from this game what to do and what not to do. And then ever since that 6-3, we haven't looked like out of form, aside from the Aston Villa game. But I feel he could do something because if you watch it, our midfield right now is saying something. Casemiro is saying something. You have Bruno out here becoming the all-round worker. And on top of it, you have an attack that is full of confidence now. So for me, I say, why not? And I really do want a win or like a draw against City because the momentum that gives us and the moment, and for some reason, you realize when we beat City, when they're in a chase for the title, they tend to go into a slippery slope sometimes. Like before lockdown, when we beat them with the McTominay goal outside from distance, they didn't look the same. I feel Pep treats us like how he treats us because he knows that losing that derby kind of takes the edge off of, puts pressure on them because he needs to win to keep up with Arsenal. But at the same time, if we beat them, we're knocking at their door, and then if we beat Arsenal, we overtake them. So for me, I feel like we have the edge with it because although I refuse to believe that he was talking about if we play like this we won't beat United. I was like, sir, you put a second bench, you put a second string side against Southampton. Don't do what I'm asking. I didn't even see Ortega in my life. I thought he was some fella from the Youth Academy, but whatever. So no. But at the same time, he very well knows deep down that he cannot play United the same way he played United the last time. Look at, for example, yes, they have Haaland, who is a cheap goal, but at the same time, the midfield isn't feeding it to Haaland enough. So if you knock down that midfield and they keep Haaland, well, you can try to keep Haaland at a distance, then you more or less have the advantage over City, and I feel like we could do that.
Let me just touch on some comments here. Welcome to Alan. Good day again to Shavana. Mark Lewis on the inside. Alan is saying that Anthony needs to step up. He needs to bring it against City. And I totally agree. I think that Anthony has been underperforming for me since he came back from the World Cup. He's also saying that we need to keep Haaland in check. But I don't know, that's a real hard thing to do. We spoke a lot before the first game, and it didn't materialize. So I don't even think I'm going and try to talk about it.
And did Key be father in checking a certain type of way?
Who?
And Key did Key be father in check?
CJ.
I just say, Michael, what's tape? It's a tape there.
People like the video.
You know,
agree with CJ, and even if you don't agree with CJ in terms of how to keep Haaland quiet, like the video nonetheless.
And Alessandro, the back. You realize this from now?
Courtney, you have Pep Guardiola coming out saying, Manchester United is back, and talking about he has to go and look at footage to see how he wants to approach the game and how he wants to beat out. Okay. What kind of big boy thing with Pep?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that he's being a little Pepish, mind games. But he's also cognizant of the fact that we have had an uptick in form.
So you think there is not just old talk? You think he really is, in his mind, he's really concerned?
He's not really concerned, but he has, sometimes it's called it a spidey sense. A tingling now. Because he knows something there, but he ain't too sure how it go work out on the day. So
I just know I couldn't. I just leaving this comment up since I'm not gonna read it. But I just leaving it up a little long. Let people take a little read of it. But go ahead, Courtney.
She let me tell out here, boy. Yeah. So
is that one monster?
I blame her at all. I blame her.
Right.
He's aware that we have made an uptick in form, so he's not going to discount it. He's going to factor it into his plans and move to suit. Pep is not an outcome coach.
Yeah.
You understand? So, and I think, and that's one of the reasons why he stayed in England as long as he has. I think he didn't stay in Bayern this long.
No.
Because he literally walked over the league. In England, at any given point in time, he has a challenge.
He could lose it.
And he could lose. So, yeah.
England is...
In terms of my view on the game Saturday, I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. I don't think we're going to get a repeat of the first game where it was high-scoring. I think this might be a 1-1 draw or 2-1 draw.
Well, I'm glad that you gave me your prediction
A
because
2-1 kind of situation.
I was now going to get into prediction and ask the gentlemen what they feel. Alan making an interesting comment here. He's saying City is depending on Haaland too much. And
I
right
would
now, it
agree with
seems
him.
the way Haaland goes is the way City goes. You
I
know what
would
I mean?
agree with him.
If you
Because,
limit Haaland chances, City don't seem to be saying much.
because unfortunately, what they have spent the last 2 to 3 seasons playing without a true number 9.
And now they seem to be unsure what to do with one.
Well, it's not that they're unsure. They unlike seasons past where De Bruyne or Mahrez or anybody who's playing across that front four would have an opportunity to shoot.
Yeah.
They're looking to pass.
You know we're going to.
So I've seen in games where instead of them taking the shot that they would usually take, they're looking to find Haaland and forcing the play.
But it might just be a matter of chemistry, and at some point in time they're gonna get it right, not so.
Well, possibly.
To me, Haaland is like if Pep get a chance to grow his hair back. If he grows his hair back, he gonna be doing all the styles he never get a chance to do. He'll be going mad. He ain't gonna know how to act. And City like that, they ain't really know how to act, you know. Like you see, Pep does overthink because the last time he didn't overthink, he lost his hair, you know. And after that, he never trusted life ever. If you think about it, if you really think,
Go ahead.
it's not spidey sense, you know. It's more like a alopecia kind of sense of it all. When that happens to you, you just look 2 steps ahead like that. That would be great.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Good thing Will Smith don't have any connections to Pep. People in the comments, let me know. Make your prediction. Let me know your predictions for this game. Martin is saying City have lost against Brentford, against Southampton, and within recent times drawn against Everton. As United fans, this is another game for United to win. Talk to me, Bradley. Where's your prediction for this game?
I seen goals coming from all over the place with City. Okay, Haaland scoring a lot of goals. He had 24 goal contributions for this season. But you're seeing Mahrez getting goals. You're seeing Foden not even playing much after the World Cup. He using Cancelo and Foden very sparingly. I don't know how to feel about this game. If you win the game, it will be very close. 2-1. This is the best chance for us to win a game against City. We in better form than them, but City, when it comes to us, is like they're just excited, boy. They're excited from Carnival. People who love Carnival, let me just add in that because not everyone loves Carnival. But you're excited for Juve, you're not sleeping, you're ready. You're ready to touch road, you're ready to get paint on your skin. That's how City feels about Manchester United, and they are already falling behind in the title race. I wish us the best. I really wish us the best.
Give me a prediction. Give me a prediction.
All right. I would love Man U to win 2-1, humbly, but I think the game will end 3-0. Don't get mad at me. I just being real. City and us is like we're not on that level.
Penny done mad with Devin for saying 2-all. So she real mad with you. As far as she concerned, City mustn't get no goals.
Boy, sorry to say, guys.
Where's your prediction? Happy New Year to you, Charlton.
Sorry to bring that violin in the room, guys, but
happy
I don't think
New
we're
Year
ready
to you
for
as
that.
well.
United, if United or City 2-1 or a draw, and funny enough,
some big predictions in the chat.
If United win, but I would like it. It'll be a 95th corner header from Weghorst.
I am seeing some big figures in the chat. Carlton is saying 4-2. Martin is saying 5-3 for City. I mean, I don't know if it's Courtney said it earlier that he not expecting a big, and I agree. I think this time City is going to play with a little more respect, but I also think we are going to play better. And I don't see us running up a big score. What I would say
Noted,
is
noted, noted. Manchester United.
my prediction is 2-2 as well. You know me, I'm Mr. Positive. I would like to give a nice big score, but I think to me 2-2 is improvement. I know my thing is if it came to me before, no, we have Crystal Palace in the middle of the weekend on Wednesday. But if putting aside Crystal Palace, if it came to me with Manchester City and Arsenal and say I had 2 games to play, I gain you 4 points before the game start. If you're taking that, I taking that. I don't care where I get the 1 or where I get the 3. I was taking that. You know, but as me, some people feel we in form. We could beat Arsenal and we could beat City. Let's see how it goes. But I would take a draw. A 2-1 draw.
Charlie, so he's talking about the Carabao Cup and how confident we are. I want to say I'm a 9 out of 10 in the Carabao Cup. You see that City game?
I don't have the same level of confidence.
No. I am like a 4 out of 10. I tell you, I'll be honest, I'm a little afraid of City. That 6-3, I'm still losing sleep off of that. I don't know how to feel. And that game on Saturday, I need if we could get a draw out of that chat, I see us in the top 4 for sure. For sure, we look for the Carabao Cup. We in FA Cup finals. We looking to win that too. I feel real confident after that. Arsenal, no problem. But see City, nah, I don't know, boy.
I wouldn't lie. Seeing Mark Lewis predict 3-1 make me feel a little good because Mark does normally call it right. He had a prediction right. And Carlton is right here. We were not prepared for that first derby game. And I mean, he's right. We weren't. But I think we're more prepared now. Casemiro. Let's talk players. Let's talk who you think will be the difference makers. Casemiro was not involved in that first game. He is definitely going to be starting this game. Bruno is playing much more like the Bruno of old. Excuse me. So he's looking good. Delo came off the game early. Carabao Cup game. Ten Hag said not that he had an injury, it was a precaution. That being said, I don't know the way how Wan-Bissaka is looking. Do we want Delo or do we want that defensive solidity in Wan-Bissaka?
Wait, stick up in Chad. Don't put respect on the man's name. The man has been playing attacking football. Let me don't fight the man. Or let us want to fight more player.
No, brother, no, I not fighting him, man. All I'm saying is he is, to me, we have seen him pocket Sterling. We've seen him pocket Salah. I don't think Foden is going to get the start simply because Foden played full 90 minutes in the last game. But the one man I never see Wan-Bissaka pocket is Foden. Foden, Wan-Bissaka don't seem to be ready for Foden. But nonetheless, he's still, to me, the better defensive option. So, fellas, talk to me. Who do you all expect to see? And for us to win, let me phrase the question in a positive way. For us to win, who needs to be the standout players? Talk to me, Courtney.
Standout players. The back 4, which for me would be Luke Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro is going to have an awesome game in the midfield. I think the entire squad will have to have good games. We're not going to be able to step a foot wrong. I'm not going to put it down to one particular player. I would say overall as a squad, we need to have a tight game. We need to run a tight ship and everybody working for everybody else. Mm-hmm. That's the best way I could put it, because I can't pinpoint one player right now that will change the game in that kind of manner. You know,
Martin Phillip is saying Casemiro and De Gea are going to be the big difference makers. And well, Rashford is going to have to score. Alan is saying Casemiro, Luke Shaw, and Bruno with Rashford as the killer striker. Talk to me, Vin. Who are the players that need to show up for United to have a chance to win this game against City?
In Casemiro, we trust. I want to see Anthony just he's an amazing dribbler. I wouldn't fault him for that. But you see the pivotal plays, shots on targets. I want to see him develop his right foot too. I find he's free to spank on our right foot like it almost like he amputated there, but I don't know. He don't have it, and I think they know him by now. He scored a goal in the 6-3 loss, you know.
A very hard work.
Rashford, we need Rashford to step up and play an amazing game on the wing. I want to see that. I don't know who they're gonna start on the at the right. I think they'll probably put Walker to play on Rashford.
One centre back.
But he's doing that now. You see, Pep is a random guy. But you see the formation and how we play on the midfield battle, we have been losing out against City of recent. Because their midfield is crazy. They're knocking the ball as a one-touch kind of tiki-taka thing that Pep has taken from Barca. City has it. We cannot move sluggish in our midfield. McTominay was just lost in that last game. So Casemiro, Eriksen, those guys will have a lot of work to do. And they need to really, I really hoping Casemiro and Eriksen have good games. Once they have good games, whoever gets the ball in the attacking zones in the box, convert their chances. But you see the midfield battle, Manchester United needs to win that. Because that midfield is going to be crazy. The wings are going to be buzzing. And yeah, let's see what happens. I say in our prayer, I think I'll start a novena from tonight or something. Because I'm telling you, it ain't looking too good, boy. We're looking good, you know, but you see, we on that level where we could punish sides in the top 10. But City, I feel more confident beating Liverpool, Arsenal. But something about that City side, boy, it's just annoying fungus just lingering there. I don't trust it.
Or Ten Hag will pull out the powder for them, man.
A point about Anthony. If you look at his last run of games, they found him out. They're letting him go down that with the left, and as he cuts back, go down with the right, and as he cuts back on the left foot, there's a man there waiting for him. So I don't know if it's something that they could work on before the end of the season. So yeah, swing your right foot now, put it in the box, please and thanks.
Come on, bro.
I will tell all this something, eh? The day that Anthony puts a cross in with his right foot is going to catch somebody out, and we are going to score.
I know who can.
I cannot see that Ten Hag do have him practicing it. He might do it in a game yet, but I cannot imagine that a manager as practical as dedicated as Ten Hag doesn't have Anthony just doing drills, crossing the ball with his arm.
The man remind man to Valencia, boy.
Yeah. He left foot. He one footed very bad. I want to touch on something that Carlton is saying in the comments here. Carlton is saying when you look at Wan-Bissaka's stats in terms of assists, when you look at the low stats in terms of assists, the bottom line is Tolo really don't stand out. He doesn't have really great assist numbers. So it's kind of a myth that Tolo is so much better in terms of delivery. And I agree, we all know Tolo put a lot of crosses in. But even when Ronaldo was here, I had a problem with the fact that Portillo really wasn't hitting, right? Crosses was a little overbaked for me. He does look better running up the wing there. He does seem to have a better relationship with the other people on that side than Wan-Bissaka. But in the last few games, Wan-Bissaka has looked good. Who would you start, CJ? The lower or Wan-Bissaka?
I feel I'll go the defensive end and I'll start Wan-Bissaka for defensive. Because I mean you're gonna get your crosses in with any of the wingers. But if Anthony decides to cross. So for me defensively, I'm going with Wan-Bissaka in this end. Because you need all the defensive you need. Not saying I don't like the low or anything. It's just that if the low lose that ball and he had a track back, that will be real licks, and I really need that right now. But the whole thing with Anthony though is I tell you, if he practice that right foot and then go to a wag horse, I need my money. That'll come like now, you know what that'll come like if he cross the right with wag horse, that come like when we see Captain America with Thor hammer. You didn't think it would happen, but it happened.
For me, my difference makers is first of all Rashford.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Rashford is my difference maker. Rashford needs to have a good game because the same way Salah and Kane or Son does get the run on City at least once or twice a game, I am sure we're going to get a break like that. The question is, will we be able to capitalize, right? So Rashford and Anthony need to be on the game. The other difference maker for me, the two others, one is Martial. The last time we played City, Martial had a double, right? One of the times we played City, season before, we had a wonderful free kick from Bruno, that kind of tricky free kick from Bruno that Martial put in the back of the net. Martial needs to show up. You know, we need to be dangerous. All of our attacking players need to be on top of the game. No hitting balls in the stands from Bruno, no misplaced passes. All of our attacking players need to be on it. And I think we just might have too much for City if we could do that. We know Haaland is going to be on it, right? Mahrez seems to be the only other player in that team on form in terms of scoring goals. But will Mahrez start? We don't know. Mahrez started the last game, right? So I think is if all of our attacking players on it, we actually may have too much firepower for City. It's possible. As far as the back goes, obviously Casemiro, he's the man. He had to support our defense. And yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let's talk a little bit about the new guy that's going to be coming into Manchester United. The man, Weghorst. And the question I have, it may seem like an unfair question, but I don't think it's unfair. Is Weghorst going to be a proper?
It's unfair. It's unfair.
A proper Ronaldo replacement?
Nah, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's an unfair statement. It's an unfair comparison. You know,
you see, this way wrong. I am not comparing Weghorst to Ronaldo in terms of player for player. I am saying, is he going to fit into United? Is he going to be a proper replacement for Dan Ronaldo in this team? That is what it is I am asking. That is the question I'm asking.
That like I start a job and you expecting me to replace the man who was employed the month 4 times, brother. I just come here to give him a pee. I don't want to be homeless.
That's how I come here.
I hear that. I like that.
You gotta let me cook first, Dan. You gotta let me cook. You gotta let me get adjusted to everything.
Let the man touch the blade of grass on the field or something now. Lace up his boots properly. You know, run out in the Old Trafford dew. Something now, boy.
So they said even get our official post. And tomorrow morning he get in the post dog or the whip it up.
Now, would I like the man to score some goals? Sure. Yeah.
Great, of course.
But to say that he's a proper Ronaldo replacement, you're
Nah,
wicked,
G.
Richard, boy.
Talk to me. Could me
No,
talk to me.
you need to get yourself the 2 wicked video. Please and thanks.
Yeah. Wicked!
Please and thanks.
And I want to make a little fun here. For what it's worth, not what is worth, for what is worth. I don't think he is a Ronaldo replacement, but again, I vibe that he's going to be very dangerous for us. And I would love to see him in play. I want to see him in play as I like him. I'm not sure if I like him as a Manchester United player. But if you told me, Fulham now, grab up Gregos from Burnley, hey, as a vibe, you come off the bench for Mitrovic. As a Manchester United player, when I think about fellas who fit his profile or the profile he's trying to fit into, I'm thinking about Berbatov, I'm thinking about Cavani, and I wonder where Ross is Wout. If Wout is worth it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just see it. I'm not confident with him, but he might surprise. You'll see.
To me, Weghorst gonna come like what's it? Remember when we buy Odion Igalo and everybody find it was just like real out of the blue, and then Odion Igalo set a ball, but we didn't give him the chance to play. For me, he gonna be like that, except hopefully better, because if you're watching, he's a target man. He's comfortable on the ball, even in the air, but on the ground, the man know to control, man know to put himself in positions to score. You have to give him that. I feel we have to give him the chance. I mean, to say Ronaldo replacement would be a little wickedness. I mean, granted, if we end up equaling Ronaldo tally for United this season, I go real dead. But say what? Nah, I feel you gotta take it as it is. The man is an extra little pep in the step.
Yeah.
It's extra pep. Is he pep in the step? Because for me, if you look at the games we have to play in terms of rotation wise, yes, he's not going to start all our games, but for me, like the game, for example, the first leg away for Nottingham Forest. If I was to see him start, I wouldn't be mad because honestly, he go eat them fellas up. That back line is very, very, it's not the strongest and most physical back line. So if you put him in early, he's going to enjoy himself. He's going to enjoy the football. And you end up saving a lot of our attackers, a lot of grace too, because men need to rest. We can't play Rashford for every single game, fellas. I'm not saying you want to replace Rashford, but I'm just saying randomly, you can't expect fellas in constant form to be playing all the time. Fergie win leagues with rotation, I will never forget that heavy rotation inside the play against Arsenal. With 4 defense, so like extra defensive players against Arsenal, we win. So I see it as that.
Let me say why I chose to word what I worded that way. We all know the class and the level of world class that Ronaldo. I'm challenged whether to say was or is, but whatever, right? That Ronaldo, fill in the blanks according to where you believe he is now. But in this team, Ronaldo, he didn't press enough for the former coach. He struggled to be good off of the ball under Ten Hag. Wenger's, I think, is going to be different. He only scored 2 goals the last time he was in the Premier League. Played 20 games for Burnley, scored 2 goals. Okay, but you know what he was number 1 at in the entire league? He was number 1 for pressing. He was number 1 for pressing from the front. So to me, if it is you're dealing with somebody that is a natural presser, and he also very good, even where he is now at Besiktas, He's also very good at tackles. In terms of tackles won for a striker, his stats is in the not 1 percentile in all of Europe. You understand what I'm saying? So from that perspective, he brings what Ten Hag likes. And he also adds his holder play is good, his linker play is good. He's a striker that doesn't just, yes, he's tall, but he doesn't just stay in the box. He does what Kane does. He falls into the midfield to get onto the ball, to spread the ball around. I think he's just going to fit seamlessly into this team. Yes, he has not a lot of time to play. Yes, he has not a lot of time to gel with the players. But in terms of his style of play, I think it's just going to fit seamlessly. And when you compare that, somebody who is not going to upset the apple cart in the dressing room, who is going to come and work hard, just try to use this to get his name more out there. You know, he's a ultra competitive player by all reports. When you're dealing with somebody like that, with those attributes, I think he is a more than an adequate replacement for Ronaldo, because he might not have the goals, the history with the goals behind his name, but what he will bring to this team, I think is going to be more than efficient. Let me just read some comments and then we're going to move along. Alan is saying Garnacho, Weghorst, Pellistri are the super subs in the second half of the season, and we will start them in the cup games. Yes, Penny the dog rail back, and it is. But what we gonna do? I can't muzzle the people dog. It's not my dog. I can't do that.
That's why like the dog from Burna Boy concert, boy. It's back in.
Man. I don't.
Nevin is saying that, you know, he hopes that Weghorst would be like Henrik Larsson, and that would be great.
God, boy, that's
come in and do that.
That's a good little buy in January by Henrik Larsson.
Right? Carlton is talking about what I was talking about earlier. He has like 35 presses per game, which is very high. And we're not talking about he's not a midfielder for a striker, 35 pressing. The man starts when it comes to pressing. The man starts when it comes to tackling. Is really good. Is excellent for a striker. You understand what I'm saying? And once we have those dangerous wingers on, I don't see why he doesn't just fit into this team like a hand into a glove. Ten Hag will use him as he did earlier. Possible. And then we have Dane laughing himself off, probably because of that Burna Boy comment.
Chad, I think you'll be a good scout, not a good scout, a good agent. Because I'm telling you, what those stats you put out about Weghorst, you convince him like this man gonna be a standout. So
no, I mean when you see Ten Hag, when the player comes, I like everybody else, you know. I just ask the question, what it is Ten Hag see in this player? Why did Manchester United go for this player?
Yeah.
Because the last time in the Premier League, he looked good, you know. I remember the man distinctly because after he opened them first 2 games with Burnley, I remember buying the man and playing him in my fantasy team. So I used to watch Burnley games and watch the man play. And the man looked good. But Burnley obviously is a team that plays without the ball a lot, and they really wasn't getting the ball into the man. But he used to look good. He wasn't. I would be lying if I said I watched the man play and he didn't look good. The man looked good.
If you had to name 3 midfielders for that season for Burnley, it hard to. What do you think about? Besides, I don't even know. McNeil was there. Like McNeil plays for Everton now.
They say Burnley does play labor workers, labor union football. You know? I would assume Burnley does play. A man say that I was never okay, you know. Man say Burnley does play. Like them workers who fight over the 5% and they ain't letting up. It's a fast thing. I want my 5% for it.
Like some unionized workers.
Which perception, not on this program, but I think we're definitely going to pick up that list because which perception is talking about Harry Kane, Giroud, Memphis, or Calvert-Lewin are great striking options, especially Calvert-Lewin.
He has his
Excuse me.
injury record right now in saying thing.
But I definitely not in this program. But I think we could do a little conversation about who Manchester United should be looking at for the rest of the window, as well as who our targets, because this is just alone. So we haven't solved our striking issue, right? There's definitely that conversation to be had about we should be looking to go for in the summer as well. So that is our conversation we will definitely be looking to pick up, just not in this program. I like Martial, but my patience is running very low with him. Maybe one more season to step up, or he has to step aside. Remember what I tell you, Martial going to score against City. He is going to score against City, guaranteed, without a doubt.
Scored 2 last games, so we'll see.
Yep. So, gentlemen, let's move along to on the record. You know how we just do it on the United Hour on the record. Ask you all a question, and you all need to give me a definite record, a definite answer, because we're going to clip it and we're going to show it. So let's talk about Manchester City versus Arsenal. Everybody keeps saying Arsenal didn't play City yet. Arsenal didn't play City yet. United are the only team that beat Arsenal, but we all know for Arsenal not to win the league, Arsenal need to lose some games. They need to drop some points. Manchester United can't be the only team that take points off Arsenal. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody else need to do it. So on the record, the question is simply this: City versus Arsenal in the league, 15th of February. Who wins? You're going wrong. Let's start on the top with Courtney. Talk to me.
I think City will win 2-1. That's my prediction. City win 2-1.
I seen a 2-all draw in this game, boy. This game, I seen a 2-all day after Valentine's. I have no love for those two sides, but 2-all, 2-all. City, Arsenal, 1 point each.
Carlton agrees with you. He's seen a draw as well. So talk to me, CJ. What do you feel about that game?
I feel like a 2-2 or 1-0 to City. I'm not saying that Arsenal can't do it, but it would be very tough. But I feel like City go edge it out, man. Although, yes, I would like both to lose than are possible. Somebody gonna win that game.
I don't laugh at that penny comment there, boy.
I can't do a bad year, yes?
Martin Philip is saying City 3, Arsenal 1. Which perception is saying Arsenal 3, City 0. All right, some real variety in the comments here. So, what do I think? I think City gonna win that game. I think Pep Guardiola has a lot to, everybody keeps talking about Pep's understudies. Arteta was an understudy to Pep. Ten Hag at Bayern was an understudy to Pep. And if Arteta was to beat City this season with them being on top, I'm not talking about ever. I'm not talking about any past. If he was to beat them this season with Arsenal on top, the league, everybody would be like, yeah, well, the student better than the teacher. Let's be honest. That is going to be the front page of all the papers the next day, right? The student is better than the teacher. And people could say what they want. Pep, ultra competitive people have a lot of pride, which they should. And I wouldn't accept that scoreline. If there's one game my team had to go out and win, you understand? It's Arsenal. City had to beat Arsenal. You have to win that game. You cannot win that game.
Double over Arsenal could be nice, yes?
Arteta came out recently in an interview as asked about City, and he said, Arsenal is not afraid of Manchester City. If I was a Manchester City player,
you see when managers start like that, is when it start a loss.
Yeah, if I was a City
Always
player
have
and I
to
see that comment, you
for your
crazy? Boy, I coming out
Boy,
for
I
you.
feel Arsenal can get
Doing
a
spray
bag
at
of licks, you know, but I just don't want them to get a bag of licks. But
Personally, I just me personally, I want Arsenal to lose the league because think about it, right? You know how much banter that is. You know how embarrassing that is, Dan.
No, I don't think if Arsenal lose, I don't think they would be embarrassed at all. Losing against City is not embarrassing. If City lose, even though Arsenal is on top, if City lose, that is embarrassment. I want to read this comment from Garrett here. He says it all depends on the outcome of the North London derby because Spurs and Arsenal are playing this weekend, which is very true. So it's not just the Manchester derby.
it's
It's
all
the
that
North
stuff
London
happening this
derby
weekend,
also
boy.
going.
Big up Garrett, but
We know
Big up
Harry Kane
Garrett.
loves to score against Arsenal. The question
love
is,
it.
will they score enough?
big up. I sorry, big up Garrett, but dog.
Listen to me.
Spurs is getting
Spurs-
KFC'd that weekend.
Yeah, Spurs ain't saying nothing. I don't know what Conte do. If Conte just ain't checky Obia woman lately, she in pay she off something. But Spurs looking horrible.
I personally rather trust the last girl I did like over Spurs doing me a favor. Genuinely.
Man, I have no confidence in Spurs. And
None.
I not lying, no. Somebody said the captain, oh yes, it was Devin. Devin said he captain Rashford. That is a man with confidence. Right? He have confidence in United. He have confidence in instead of captain in Haaland, because I know he have Haaland on his side. Captain Rashford. Right? I could afford to sell Darwin Núñez. I have enough money to sell Núñez and buy Harry Kane. And you know who's starting on my team this weekend? Núñez. That is how much confidence I have in Harry Kane.
Boy. Now the Tottenham side, boy, like it just can't get the Tottenham out of them, boy. They just real. I have more faith in Brighton than Tottenham. I've been honest with you. For them Europa League spots, because they're not making top four.
Personally,
I like this comment from Penny here though. Arteta mightn't afraid City, but he afraid United though. We sure about that.
Yeah.
He'll never open him out and say that.
That's one side I know Manchester United will beat in the next game.
Personally, I find every time I see Tottenham sign, I am reminded of a 2-piece and fries. Very sorry.
Food.
Food.
Food, boy.
You know, when we talk about Tottenham doing favors, who Tottenham doing favors for, boy? Who? Nobody. Dan, you know how I know Tottenham is good? You see, when I saw the game against when we played Spurs for the first time this season, I tell myself, yeah, Dan, 2-0. And guess what? The only thing I didn't predict was Ronaldo leaving early. That I know it was.
Men
I know it was.
laughing, people laughing at me in the comments. I want to say I waste money early on Darwin Núñez. And next one saying no, Chad. I agree. I mean, who knows? Kane. Watch me. I invest if Kane score a hat trick and beat Arsenal. No, they just. I remember I said it. I think Darwin Núñez will get more points than Kane this weekend. That's just my opinion.
They say Darwin Núñez and Harry Kane is part stormtrooper.
Gentlemen, we into overtime, so let's jump into it one time. Top shutter and boo-boo of the week. For anybody who is not sure what that is about, the top shutter of the week is that player, coach, football team that is just ripping it up. Everything they touch, or sports personality, doesn't have to be football. Everything they touch is just the Midas touch. Everything turns to goal. The boo-boo man of the week is the opposite. Is that player, manager, football team, sports personality that is just having an absolute horrible week. Horrible. You know, they walk outside, a bird, poop on them. That's how bad it is. So who wants to go first this week? Talk to me.
I'll take it this week.
All right, go ahead.
Top for the week, Marcus Rashford.
Oh gosh.
I can't fight him. He doing the business. The boo-boo man for the week, Chelsea FC. I don't know why. I think our bush baths, some blue soap, I'll this thing and that's all something, boy. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what to say about them. You know, I think Chelsea coach, you need to check and see a woman. You understand? Go by a gypsy or something, let them rub the crystal ball, something, but let him go and siege out the Chelsea dressing room, you know, something. Because, boy, I know.
Boy.
I like Carlton's top shutter of Palestri this week, for real. Alan is saying Southampton is definitely the top shutter, and Potter and City are the boo-boos. Sir Marcus Rashford for the top shutter, for Dane and Penelope is saying Rashford and Ten Hag for breaking Sir Alex Ferguson's record. I assume she's talking about goals, consecutive goals scored at home as far as Rashford goes. Talk to me, CJ. Top shutter and a boo-boo man.
Oh, I had two top shutters. Rashford, of course, because Rashford was just you can't tell him, you can't stop the man, boy. And I like the new celebration. That new celebration, that different thing, boy, different sauce. Yeah, boy, it real hard. It real hard. When I see that picture, like, yeah, this real hard though. Also the top shutter for the week had to be Churches. Dan, I eat a box at Churches. Say Dan, they ain't missing it. They ain't miss. It. Yeah, top shutters, boy. The whole week, Dan, I took it last boy. I really sorry. I get
Churches, it's same thing.
Same thing.
The next time, make sure we get some sponsorship money from Churches.
All right, yeah, don't see.
Right? Check them for something first before you get them that plug, right?
All right.
And who's your boo-boo this week?
Oh, plenty Dan. The first boo man had to be my legs on gym day. Had me getting clowning work. I walking like I on a horse. That boo man of the week. That on me. So I meet I legs. Exact. Next one is but at least I wasn't Jao Felix. Personally, Jao Felix really surprised me though. I watched that game. I tell myself, yeah man, he got pot. I see kill a guy red card. I sit down. This man got Kobo sweating. Man got Kobo sweat. Earlier, he was in that game. He had less time in that game than the Rock in the DCEU, dog. I tell my man, the Rock get Kobo sweating. But nah, Jao got Kobo sweat. Dry. He didn't even sweat. Man looking dry, no. Man even cover much distance for the whole game, boy. So yeah, that right. I need it.
I don't know about Jao Felix and that Chelsea blue. It doesn't looking right. You know, and Chelsea have a nice blue, but Jao ain't looking good in it. Talk to me. Talk to me, Vin. Top shutter.
I want to say Atletico Madrid is our top shutter. Forgetting Chelsea, gassing Chelsea, presenting Joao Felix on our platter and saying, hey, all you need attacker. We have this man. This is our price. They paid $12 million for a loan deal on top of his salaries. I find that his top shutter business also on a bigger market Rashford at 2 seconds. You can't talk to him. The man is in blistering form. It's just goals, it's assists, the energy. I just loving this market. This is the market that we've been praying for. So that is my top shutter there. The boo-boo man, oh my God. I don't know if it's Graham Potter, if it's Joao Felix, that whole Chelsea side, let's say pull out the toilet real one time, just flush our whole Chelsea side. If Potter have a job in the morning, that fella and Todd Bowley is actually brethren. That's his best friend. Because that fella, he don't have much time. It's either in the morning we hear him, ESPN FC, BT Sports, BR Football saying he has been sacked. Because I'm telling you, he deserves it. I know Chelsea, they run 10 patients, so the boo man have to be Graham Potter. Oh gosh. Come on, really and truly. And that's my boo man there, for sure.
Yoji, you say the only good thing Blue right now
Yeah,
is
so my top shot of the week is actually I'm gonna start with my boo boo. My boo boo is Chelsea, the football team. I don't wanna single out Jar Felix. I don't wanna single out Potter. I just wanna talk when you're on a second 3 game losing streak, not in years, you know. You know, normally when you talk about them kind of records, you talk about the last time Chelsea was on a 3 game losing streak was in 20 something. No. The second 3 game losing streak in the same season. Nah, boy, Chelsea, boy. Nah,
Let's flush that
babe.
side.
Right? So Chelsea is my
Please, that.
boo boo for the week. And I mean, I have to agree with everybody else. Marcus Rashford is just a man on fire. He is a man on fire. You just have to big him up. You can't not big him up. You know, is very few players that we know that are real United haters out there that they just have to big up. You know, a player and Marcus deserve all the kudos he's getting. Hopefully, long may it continue. Let's see if he can give us 30 goals plus this season. You know what I mean? I don't see any reason why not. We have more than enough games to play. You understand? If it's one thing we have is plenty games to play, so you're gonna have plenty opportunities to get in there. Alan is saying concerning Potter that he's David Moyes 2.0. Somebody I was talking to today, and they were telling me that they were telling me that they really feel Potter just too big a club for him. But
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what else is there for Chelsea to do. I'm not sure they could fire Potter at this stage of the season. I don't know. I don't know.
What spell do they use though?
Before we leave, we must shout out the ladies team. Right? There's a massive derby. Well, not really a full derby, but you know, the ladies playing Liverpool on Sunday. The ladies team is doing very well, so we need to shout them out, and let's hope that they can beat Liverpool women on Sunday. So we're sending all that energy. We have a manager and a player, can't remember her name right now, that got the manager award for the past month, and the player award for the month. So big up to MUFC ladies because they're getting the job done. Yeah. Hey, look, a man done replace Potter already. Yes, Poch waiting for Potters.
Oh God.
I don't know. I don't know that. I mean, Mendes shock here.
Oh God, no. He gonna turn.
Mendes.
I think
He gonna turn Chelsea into Spurs wearing blue. Yes.
Mendes shock
Nah,
here.
don't do Poch that. Don't do the Poch. Don't do Poch.
This is why I was
I
not
have
going
so
and say
much
Courtney.
respect for Pochettino. Eh? Ooh,
This is why I was not going and say
Tottenham to
Courtney.
Champions
I don't know
final,
any
you know.
manager. I don't know any manager that running to go and work by Chelsea right now. No. Really and truly.
Give
I
me
don't
Leo
know any
Ben
manager
Hacker
that
before you give me Pochettino, eh? Leo Ben Hacker, eh? Leo Ben Hacker. He carry All-Star World Cup.
Ben Hacker is one of the greatest of all time, yes?
Leah Galton is the player that thank you very much, Garrett. Leah Galton is the player that got the Manchester United female player that got the player of the month, and well, the manager got the Galton is saying that's not his prediction, his expectation. He's saying that's what the tabloids are reporting.
But
if the tabloids already start calling you replacement, someone of you
boy.
all in the show, I can't remember who, was saying they don't expect Potter to be wrong till the weekend. You might be right. Yeah, Courtney might be right. Yeah, Bradley Ole might be right about that. Because when you see the tabloids start talking about the replacement and calling names, that's usually a bad sign.
yeah, but you see, it could be bad business though. When you think about it.
This is why I'm saying to bring in a manager after you spend all this money in this season, to bring in a manager at this stage with all these injuries. We're really bringing a new manager to do. But then again, it's Chelsea. Maybe they just
I
might
want to
do
know
it
Chelsea
anyway.
want Harry and all too. I'm not trying to coast on Harry Maguire. He playing a decent ball. But look like they generous. They giving away money. And I don't mind they take a little Harry for 20 million. And we just cool. I'm a Chelsea fan after that.
You support Chelsea and they take Harry for 20th. I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I was
People,
going to call her name, but nah, I don't have cocos. Hard looks.
people, like, subscribe, keep tuned to the United All. We got a lot of interesting content. Right now it's carnival time in Trinidad and Tobago. And yes, you're going to get carnival content on the United Hour. So stay tuned. We're going to have some nice surprises for you all throughout the season. From everybody in the studio here, remember, Red Devils don't die, we multiply. Come on, guys. Let's take it to City on Saturday.
Facts.